Oh, thank you for the lurk, Pan. I mean, obviously, you know I'm lurking you. Oh, the only reason I really started up the stream is because I told y'all I play nothing but Moskva today. There's so many other things I need to work on that I can't show. Oh, I forgot to fire up Karma Monitor. And this is who I get right away. Stupid sub. We're gonna try to play all the clan battle spots on some of these maps, which is not the bestest for randoms. But hey, if you can get it to work in randoms, you should be able to get it to work while communicating with your team, right? At least that's the line of thinking. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got the stupid flag showing. And I'm talking about this flag for the captain. Usually try to have all that stuff turned off. But I mean, anybody who, like, they know this is a premium, like, why wouldn't I have, you know, him in here? Oh, look, the shots to get spotted.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
What a ballsy Udalite. More important to get into my spot. Okay, so there's two over here. Hopefully somebody can do something about the sub. Force the sub to go under. I forget this thing is a pain in the ass to slow down. Let's see, Marco. Maybe I just am able to stop here from Art to Marco a little bit. There's a fire. Oh look, our Utaloid died. Really can't loop over the island. Alright, we'll just creep up a little bit. Nothing really concerning to this side about my broadside. He DCP'd one fire, which is half the reason I just push up a bit. Oh, there's a perma-fire. Perma-flood. I don't think he's running fire prevention? There's a fire on his nose. That's a double fire. Let's see if we can get the ass end a little bit. Oh, a little bit more center. Yeah, whatever. We just let that burn. Gotta be aware of that Slava moved up. I'm sure DeMarco's having a great time. I don't understand why he hasn't smoked yet. I am aiming short a little bit to try to hit the ass end of the ship for the fire. No, that gets eaten by the island. Let's see. The Juwan's-Dad Hipper. I want to move out to that island there. To try to farm out the Satsuma and Hipper. Just because of the Marco. Hopefully he goes down soon. We're going to take this out a little bit wide. Oh, God. Oh, wait. I have these. I'm an idiot.
Standing by for instructions, over.
The first one missed. I don't think the second one's hit on me either. It's the Hipper probably spotting me. Gotta get rid of this low health.
Standing by for instructions, over. Airborne.
I'm sure DeMarco's shooting me.
The lead.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? I made his life a living hell. Alright, we got hits on the submarine. Is there an oil slick? There is an oil slick.
Standing by for instructions, over.
Where does it go to next? Well, we drop it because we're
Airborne.
getting out of dropping range. Can't hit him. These guns are too...
Awaiting orders.
too high velocity. Are we going to beach making this turn? Of course, the only guy that could have done anything to the stupid, yeah, we're gonna beach. Which means we need to get out of this position before the Puerto Rico sees us. And the team is just literally falling apart.
The team has taken the lead.
Nice, we're able to punish broadside, hopefully. No. Let's see, Hipper running. Marco's just going to sit in the back. There's no way he's going to be broadside again, so we'll just switch to HE. Come on, like you knew better too. Get to the island, protects us from those guys. Sadly, there's nothing I can do about the sub, because I just don't have the range. Switch to AP. Just aim there, because it goes up into the superstructure. Do like next to no damage. There's no reason to radar or hydro because he's still hard spotted. we're both gonna play this corner, right? But he's got his Slava buddy. I can guarantee you that one.
Cruiser foundered.
Nobody there to stop that from happening. I mean, it was a good trade for them. Pretty sure both of us had ram flags on.
The enemy is about to win.
Well, we have to wait for Moskva to get out of battle so we can take it out again. We did win the A flank. Had a couple screw-ups of maneuvering. But with the team just dying, not much more you can do. It's a crappy game. I completely forgot. But I mean, I don't think I even would have hit him with my airstrikes because, God forbid, we actually have some sort of range on an ASW on a premium ship. I mean, this is just horrific as playing in Ohio. Spotted forever. There's nothing to detect the sub when he's underneath. Like, if somebody's spotting for him, at least for the Moskva, I can radar. But what do I do when radar's down? Hydro's not going to pick him up sitting on the surface 6 kilometers from me. Hell, it could be 8 kilometers. I mean, we're talking Turtines. It could be further. Oh, look, the lovely Marco Polo that got away from us. Yeah, you're that card first. Who do you die to, the Polo or the Hipper's Torps? Hipper Torps is the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't know why you take a Utilite into a B cap at the start of the game. Oh, Kraken made Hurricane. Congratulations to them. Oh, God. All our battleships in one div. This is going to be painful.
Action stations.
I'm going to need an escape route. Usually for clan battles, your Moskva is going to be here or down there. Not going to make the trek to here or here. Right? It's still random battles at the end of the day. I'm not going to this island. I'm at least not at the start. Get somewhere where I can at least get radar over cap while keeping myself safe. Broadside protected, right? But I will probably screw that up. Alright, I have a Curfus and Thunderer coming over, but I will probably be spotted first by anybody who goes out wide. Or Delarna's going out wide to get the spots on him, or so's going to the cap. right? Like, I could safely just key up here, but why take the risk of them just shoving everything right through there? There's a JB. I'm hard spotted by what's ever going in. Just gotta remain calm. And then we hit radar now, because the Marcel should be able to deal with the Chungmu. Right? We just slow down here. We don't have to be the ones getting the shots. How am I still spotted? It's something out wide. Like, they could loop shells right over that. Oh, look who's just shoving himself right through. Right, that's what I was afraid of. Wait, I don't... Okay, the Marcel got the Chungmu to back off. I need this loaded. Like, Jean Bart can never go through my nose. Right. His guns are too small. We hit that. They just caught the torpedoes. I wonder if that's a permafire on Jean Bart. Alright, I need to reverse because look, there's the Monty shots. Alright, need to turn. So, loop very easily over that. I shouldn't have the radar. Hopefully they kill this Chungmu because I am going to W4 now to that corner of the island. Alright, Monty shouldn't have a shot. Kurfürst is too far south. Marcel got the Chungmu, good. Our Gearing's rotating over, so they are heavy to the side. Just keep focusing the Jean Bart. Jean Bart took a flood. I don't think the Fletcher's going to get onto that cap. But what we can do is do this to discourage him even more. Should be in range of Kurfürst's Hydro, and the Fletcher's either going to have to stick there and wait out this radar while the Kurfürst gets even closer. Right? Don't really blame the Chungmu too much for moving on. But see, the Fletcher's stuck in that position, which gives our two battleships time to get out of that situation of having to deal... No, I want it to slow down. And of course, I went too far forward. Which means I can't put my shells through that gap. Okay, it's rear turrets only. I really don't want to be out there with a Smolensk that could just farm me down. We lost our Marceau. Alright. We gotta get rid of this JB. Our Dalarna, you kind of did your job there, but helping dealing with this Fletcher is going to be more helpful. Are you going to stay broadside, Smolensk? Hopefully we do something to Smolensk. No. He's going slow. Oh, he's respotted. Got a citadel. Makes him dead. Now I can push the corner, per se. Get my Hydro, because I am going to push a corner. Alright. Try to hit the Jean Bart. You know, pushing the corner with my Hydro kind of lets the Thunderer know it's safe, though, too. See, now the Fletcher's just outright screwed. Alright, I'm going to be the focus of attention. Or Delarna should be able to shoot him. And then we radar Fletcher. Now he can't get away. Our Delarna should be good enough to just outright finish him, right? JB, I'm not worried about you. Should be able to move forward. Right, the Delarna is going to finish off the Fletcher. Like, this is the key thing about radar. You don't have to be the one to get the shots or get the kill, right? I just let the Delarna do it. You know, the Delarna was intelligent enough to shoot at him. He sent torps. He was well aware of it, which told me that this guy would get in a position to shoot, or at least torp, right? If you could torp, you could shoot. Now we just abuse another island to protect my broadside. Right, while trying to farm out a Yamato. Like, I realistically have to wait for our battleships to make some sort of push. Right. Okay, I'm dark. But see, I can't make the gap because the Kurfürst is right there, right? I need to wait for the Kurfürst to be somewhere to where well, no, I should be able to push forward. But I've got to pay attention to that when I'm pushing. Right? I can push down to, you know, to this island now. Once again, just utilize cover. We're going to take the risk with the Jean Bart. Luckily, it paid off because the smoke cloud covered me from the Montana. Right, and then what we do, we just push in and then I'll cover the Delarna, right? My radar is going to be able to reach everything, even though the Delarna doesn't have smoke. You're going to know something's in there the minute he's not advancing the cap. Right, like I'm trying to keep minimum the amount of ships that can shoot me and the number that can at least hit my broadside, right? So we're going to utilize this island to protect me from all of that while we either farm out the Jean Bart or the Yamato. I would prefer Yamato because it turns into a 1v1. Jean Bart should still be able to loop shells over. Yeah, see, he definitely can loop shells over. Jean Bart's coming back. We just reverse slowly and calmly. I've got to be aware of shots from there, from the Kurfürst, right? Hopefully the Thunder is going to draw his ire. Is D... No, we're getting D. Yamato's going off screen. Jean Bart's no longer a problem. Right, when I say he's no longer a problem is I have plenty of island cover. Still try to shoot low health targets. Monty's not going to be able to loop shells over. And I should be at a good enough angle to even a JB. Alright. The gearing's definitely going to be within radar range of C. Unless he goes up north for it. JB's dead. Now we try to get into position. The game's not over, buddy. But we try to get into position to cover C, because that looks like where they're going to go. Okay, Runestad, Stalingrad's low. Like, we still have to be careful of this Yamato, right? No. Okay, that tells me Yamato can't see me, though, too. Just patiently reverse. Gearing's going to go to A cap. Kurfürst is just going to stay there. Where is this Yamaguri? So, I get in the cap behind that island. Right? Like, we have to. Dalarna Beach spotted hydroed, which means you shouldn't be going for it. You just reverse around the island, try to force them into the Thunderer. I'm going on to D cap because we need another cap because we're losing A. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to chat. I've been more or less paying attention to the game. Hello, Bane and Steel. RPF's on the Kurfürst. And now I spot it by Yamato. All I gotta do is just do this. Plenty of heals. But this is gonna force Yamato. Here, I will be broadside to the Kurfürst in Montana. It was always the dream of beach. Break line of sight. Let the Montana miss. I have to reverse. Oh. The car first needs to die, which is why I'm loading AP. He looks hell-bent on just letting his secondaries do damage to me. Montana, I think, still has shots on me. Okay, Kurfürst's turning all of his guns to me. Oh. He's Wing forward. Hopefully somebody else can finish him. Yeah, nice try, Yamato.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, that's GG. Kurfürst just has to reverse again. Alright, that's all he's got to do. I'm still not going down without a fight. Yamato knows he doesn't have to engage me. At this point, I'm just hoping for greed. Might as well get a heal off. I just need to start reversing. Gotta try to loop shells over, because at this point we need kills.
He is about to win.
More than anything. That's probably Montana looking at me. No, it's Kurfürst. AP is still the right choice here. We can't angle up against everybody, but luckily we've got OPs off. Not much you can do when you can't finish off low health ships. Like, why Thunderer? Wait, was the Yamagiri there too? Wow. Well played to that guy. It was the worst Moskva position. I'm playing only the absolute worst. Oh, I don't pay attention to idiots screaming, "It's an easy win," or Fletcher cost us the game. No, like, you won, you idiots. Right? It's about time Thunder did something. But he's up against a Yamato, a Gearing, and two DDs. Right? But Drunk's going to love this. All three of our battleships, minus this guy, right? All our firepower's in, no offense, these idiots' hands. And when I had the Fletcher spotted here, the Kurfürst never rushed him. Just rush him, dude. Take the torps. Right? You're going to go nose in. He's not going to come out. If he comes out, he gets punished. You're here. I'm here. Right? Engel's there. Delano was out here, which eventually got the kill. You know, like, Jesus. You're playing a Kurfürst. You have Hydro. You know when they're coming. Kurfürst never pushed into position even Hydro him. I had to radar him. But considering it's Moskva all day, every day, we've got to wait. And thank God we don't have to wait long. I mean, what cost us our game? This idiot. This idiot. This idiot. Marcel never should have left. Marcel should have went out wide, not go cap fucking another cap. Like, yeah, you killed the Changmu, great. But you did nothing to bully the Fletcher. You could have went out wide with the Delarna. You guys could have farmed together. I was there to take the shots. But no. I'm not sure who they are. Drunk's the one who knows more of them than anyone else. I just, like, I'll use this for an example. Like, I hate to do this. It's Wook 12. Wookie's got a reputation, but you got to be wary. There are good people in Wook, right? But what is that? Well done? You know they don't take slobs. This is former QQ, epoxy and resin. So, they don't just take anybody. Right? Has anybody ever heard of this client? No. I'm going to assume they're bad. Never heard of them. Going to assume they're, like, never heard of the, HRE. I've never heard of this clan. Like, 5D8. 5D does skill based on, is where you go, right? So 5D8, I know he's not 5D, which could be scary, right? No cap. He's got to be semi-competent.
Standing by for instructions, over.
Oh, 5D8 is absolute shit. But, okay, like, take our Wook 12 guy, right? Wook has got the reputation, and I'm not trying to bash them. But guess what? This guy's actually pretty good in a Saipan. Right? Grain PR, he's got a Unicum win rate. Its damage may be low, which means he may go after destroyers more. I want to win the game. Right? So, like, our Wook guys are good. They're gonna make mistakes. But guess what? I'm gonna make mistakes too. Considering this isn't a clan battle, map, I'm just going to play this however I feel. I'm going to sit right next to Masashi and give him space to Russian armor. But what I'm trying to say is, you have to judge the players based on how they're playing, not what clan they're into. But even without running matchmaking monitor, everybody knows the top clans in NA. You're probably going to remember the really horrific clans, right? Like 5D. I mean, look at this idiot. He's probably fucking zoomed in, not paying attention. And I took shells for him. But, whatever. No, I'm definitely not going to shoot. And I'm definitely going to W faster. Yeah, he's firing HE. I mean, I don't even know who FFG are. Like, to be honest with you. Never heard of them. Like, I know who ARP is. See, he's already angled, kited out. Sashio laughed. I mean, Sashio can't even torque me. This guy needs to be just punished mercilessly. Oh, thank God I had AP. I mean, like, who's ever heard of TNG? We gotta get to the island because... Oh, look, Thunderer shells.
Off to a great start.
What a surprise. Oh, calm down, Mecklenburg. Jesus fucking Christ. People who think they're the only reason you're going to win or lose is just asinine. You need to work as a team. I mean, I'm also playing unplayable positions. Like, this is unplayable here. Right? The reason this is unplayable is because nobody can hit my fucking broads. Okay, maybe those guys can. But I'm not going to get torqued from the front. The only people that can hit me is the front of my ship. I have enough room to do a little wiggle. Force them to hit my belt. Like, that's a Tsukishima with overmatch. And did y'all hear the bounces? Bouncity bounce, bounce, bounce. My battleships, like, I'm still... Okay, I mean... HE's the correct choice. Oh, was that another bounce? Shika, what about your overmatch, dude? Dude, I heard you overmatched literally everybody. Huh. Huh. Oh, look, you just got ass raped while I aimed too fucking low like an idiot. Right? AP is the correct choice, even from a cruiser. You just have to know where to aim. He's going to get behind that island. I really wish ours DD would have gone into the cap. Right? Like, I'm not going to give up this position until I know the Shiki is over there. Right? I'm going to want to be able to reverse into it. I don't play that island. I don't see what the... Like, there's no horrendous need to get this stupid Asashio out right away. We have the carrier that could spot him. Right? There's no radar on sea. There's no way I can cap it. I'm just too... My detections just got awful. See, there's a reason I didn't just... Because look where the Shiki's going. I go onto that cap, I'm dead to the Shiki. Right? I don't know why our DD is not getting on the cap. Right? At some point, you're going to have to cap. Now would be a nice time. Right? I asked nicely, too. Can you please cap C? Right? Going at it the way Well Done did, you know, oh, skill gap, not going to help your cause. Oh, hello, Admiral Kevin. Right? Doesn't help your cause when you try to explain what they should be doing as a better player because I'm an asshole. Right? Is the guy capping because I asked him? Or is the guy asking because I asked nicely? Or did he just realize it on his own? It doesn't matter. I put it in the cap, not being a jerk. Right? And now he's capping. Great. Maybe I'm the one who pointed out something he was missing while not being a complete asshole about it. Right? We have this cap. We're trying to secure this flank. I mean, the Asasio is never going to, should not, let me rephrase that. Asasio should not win a fight against an insane. Why? If the guy smart, he comes back to me. Right? If not, he's got a Seattle backing him up, but they can't torp each other. Right? I will pull out a little bit to get shots, but guess what? This Insane Yang now has all to himself. Shikishima. He has a Shikishima to himself. Right? Why did I not push out? I'm not going to give this guy a chance to eat me. Once he dies, I can relocate. Right? This is the patience that is clan battles. This is the reason why I'm doing nothing but Moskva, because I was told every position I put a Moskva in is bad. And then some of them telling me they're boring. Yes. Welcome to playing a radar cruiser in a competitive game mode. Right? I pushed out too far forward. Thunderer can loop shots. Goliath can loop shots. All I gotta do is reverse. Just calmly reverse. Angle up. I bet you it's the... See, I don't even know who it is that's targeting me. But Shika just took Torps. Right? Seattle is out in the open. Now I have 3 people targeting me. Oh, look. Look, I'm utilizing the island to cover me up from anyone having my broadside. Right? Oh, no, you're hitting my nose. You're not going to get a Citadel from my nose. Right? It's not the end of the world. What we need now is our Saipan to try to finish off Shiki. Right? It turns this fight from a 1v1 to a 2v1. Oh no, my rear turret. God forbid. Holy shit, what am I going to do without a turret I'm not even using? Right? I have to pay attention to reversing because this island is very small. Guess what? You're going to spend a lot of time in the same position. There's another fire. We need to get this guy out. No Cap is coming back because he knows he's just going to shit all over me with his HE. Oh, he finally got a good shot. Guess what? Because I've never used the heal. Right? Now he can move up a little bit. I guarantee you people are still looking at me. Right? But it's the Hensing Yang and myself that are now guarding C while our team comes out of A. Guess what that turns into? I have to die slowly. Right? If I can get my front guns over without him spotting me, great. You know what? But I'm still protected. I have most of the island covering up my broadside. I'm able to punish this guy. He's not going to be able to tort me without really risking his ship. Right? They're still abreast. And, I mean, here's the great thing. What do I need to use radar for? He's not on cap. Now he is. I'm still getting something over, right? Getting the resets. There's another fire. And realistically, what I could do is he's got a fire, right? He's burning. Okay, well, I mean, what I was going to say, now I could just do this. Let the fire burn. Right? Let the cap go up a little bit, and then what you do is you just W forward slightly. Right? Fire's out. He's not burning. I still have plenty of time to get a reset. Oh, look, resets. Right? Reverse, keep my ship safe. But because he's so low, finish him off. He's reversing off the cap. Thunderer cannot loop shells over. And I just sit here, farm him, while he tries to farm me. It was a 2v1 situation. Right? He knows he can't Citadel me, right? He knows it. He also knows he can't get this cap. And guess what? The carrier is now over. Look, he's dead. Guess what? Thunderer's coming. Right? If this was a clan battle, I'd just sit here. I would reverse, stay safe, and just live. Because this is what is called, we are in a one cap win. Right? Thunderer has to push into me. Why do I want to give this guy free damage? Right? There's no reason to give this guy free damage at all. We just blind shoot. I mean, what's the worst thing that happens? I miss? Oh no, I missed. I think he's going to start showing me enough angle. No, he's not. Now that it's nothing but DDs, it's a move. But where did I play 90% of my game? But probably 95. Sitting here. I sat here. Guarded C. Right? I reversed. I utilized the island. Right? Say I was playing it this way. I would just reverse back this way. It's possible. And like I said, oh no, the Asashio's still alive. Guess what? He was ineffective. There was no reason to go chase him down if he's being ineffective. Hello, Jeff. You know, it's boring to play some of these cruisers in clan battles. I get it. But you know what? They weren't... Yeah, thank God I had AP loaded. Fucking nitwit. Well, I'll take 500 damage. They never got C because of it. I stayed alive. I had 4 heals left, right? Okay, this is an AP situation. This is all the gun situation.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I mean, I understand this is randoms and not every clan battle spot works. You know, but the principle to playing it in a clan battle situation was exactly the way I played it there. Right? Oh, no, I didn't get first place. Guess what? We fucking won. That's all that matters. Well done on getting last place. Suck it, Saipan. You know what? He's going to compliment because he simply said, can you please cap C? Don't know if he did it because I asked or his teammate pointed it out. I don't know why. After I asked, he came back and did it. I have to assume he probably just got tunnel visioned. I noticed his teammate was at least paying attention to chat, right? Typed it out. So his teammate can go, hey, man, you know, yeah, C's wide open. You probably should go cap it. Right? Because in a perfect world, the way the conversation goes, oh, I'm going to get the Sashio, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can't get him. Hey, man, somebody's right in chat. C's wide open. Well, you should just cap it. I can get the Sashio. I'm a carrier. Don't do that, drunk, because you may actually win a game. Nobody suspects a YOLOing super carrier, and then they still win the fucking game. Oh, what map do we have here? Once again, I know who CAG is. They're not horrible. They are a bunch of assholes, but they're at least competent assholes for the most part. So the Albing and Hack should be working together, right? If you try to help the div that's working together, you may end up better, whether you like the individuals or not. Now, sadly, with the Richthofen, this is where you put your Moskva. Right. Nose this way, reverse behind the island. Right? You just don't fucking reverse backwards. What I'm about to do is going to get me killed. I'm telling you all now, right now. I'm going to play that island like this is clan battles. It's going to get me killed because there's the carrier. The only hope I have is the carrier ignores me. That's literally it. There's no other hope. It is what it is. I hope somebody else offers them a better target. Now, with that being said, say this was a clan battle situation, right? And I was spotted getting to this island, which you shouldn't. Turn in. You turn, like, if the shots are coming from over there, if you turn in, you lessen showing them your broadside. Ironically, if you turn out, you are showing more of a broadside to that side. If they're coming from here, it's the same thing. Right? It's also a coin flip. So if you turn in once, turn out the second time. Because now the guy has to guess what you're going to do. And then it's kind of up to you to play the guess what I'm going to do maneuver. The most important thing is to get to your island, to get to your spot. Playing this like this is clan battles, like, it's gonna get me killed. But why do you put a Moskva here and not down here? Des Moines better down here. But look at all the cap I cover, right? I can use this little part of the island to realistically stop any torpedoes that will inevitably come from me, right? While my guns won't be able to hit this side of it, they'll get anybody going this way. I cover the whole map, right? Literally cover the whole map. Now there's a Holland there. Now let's say for shits and giggles, right? I got a call to be like, okay, the entirety of the enemy fleet is out wide. Moskva is in a spot not doing anything. So the call is, play here. Right? I mean, drunk, you're here. Does that seem like that would be a reasonable call? Put the Moskva down there. Right? You could keep something else over the top of it, but with all of them committed here, you're going to be able to realize that, you know, when they rotate over, all the Moskva has to do is just reverse a little bit, but he's there for radar. Something else can translate over. Right here. Their entire force is located here, right? And they're doing a push. Rotate the Moskva out of here. Just put him there. He's there to hold that corner. He's there to die. Right? Because normally your team has got some sort of setup to deal with this push. All you're doing is putting yourself there to stop them from pushing all the way through. And guess what? I still maintain radar control over D. Right? The Holland looks like he's coming up and around. You know, another good call is you just sit there and wait. The reason I'm asking Drunk is because he is the caller for TNG3. Because God forbid if Miss Patriot do it, like, we'd probably win every game. Okay, now this tells us the DD's not coming around the top. If he is, he's taking a wider approach. I can't loop over that, but guess what? My radar's allowed the Georgia to shoot these guys and try to punish them. Right? My entire team knows where these two people are at now. While the hack just got here. That means Miss Patriot is awesome at everything. That's why we don't let her call. She would embarrass all of us. Right? Pomeran's still spotted for whatever reason. But look, these guys are now either A, having to go in here, or run away showing these guys their broadside. Right? Holland's far enough back. Georgia probably should have turned at these guys. Oh, look, they're going broadside to those guys. Maybe I just dip my nose over because I'm tired of getting no fucking damage. The Yamagiri just pushed right into B. That's fantastic. Well, there's the Jeff say whatever. There's the Pomeran. And guess what? I just reverse. While maintaining control of the island. Oh, look. They're going to want to show me broadside. Well, we hit the St. Louis first. Try to deter him. Get at least one Citadel. This guy's now pushed out too far. Not showing me any respect at all. Okay, I gotta pay attention to the Schlieffen behind me. This guy's dead to torpedoes. Right? You're not showing me broadside anymore. Oh, look, I sucked him right into the trap. Right? Right into a trap. Double fire. We're just going to let it burn. I can heal all of it back. Don't tell me the Iowa wants to have a go at this. The Schlieffen is my biggest threat. This is where I'd be asking my team, hey, is the Schlieffen even looking at me? Iowa, you won't be able to find me, but you can still do decent damage. I should be able to get sits on this guy. No, he's turning. Just switch. Just switch ammo. He's turning in. The biggest threat to me is probably to St. Louis. I showed too much side there. There's the Pomeran. Like, fantastic. You know, I've got the Yamaguri here, right? These guys are so preoccupied with me. They're forgetting there's a DD still out here. Alright, there's a fire on you. Let's hit the Pomeran. Oh, there's Opinov. Sting him up. There's a fire torque tube incapacitation. I'm not going to be able to citadel him, but I mean, I'm as good as dead sitting here. But I'm trying to spread the damage out to as many people as possible so my team has less HP pool to deal with. I don't know who the Yamagiri tore, but they probably should get the kill. I have like 5 seconds to live. Oh my god, I'm still alive. I'm trying to destroy a front gun on the St. Louis. Thank God for that. I backed up far enough to where... Okay, Iowa's too close. Oh, and there it was, cross shot, because I backed up too far. But I mean, look at all these guys. They're, except for the Pomerans. St. Louis is low, Iowa's dead. Like, we held the corner. Our carrier is in an interesting position. Like, in reality, an intelligent person would have still sat here. If the Georgia was still here, if the Georgia stayed here, I could hold this corner until the Georgia's dead, which should be until the end of time. Right? But look how long it took them to kill me. Oh, hello, Sea Donkey and Kenobi. But look how long it took them to kill me. Right? I knew I was dead. I said I'm just going to go there and die. Like, I'm rotating there to stop this push from happening. It cost them 3 ships compared to our 2. Right? It wasn't a horrible trade. It wasn't the best trade, but it was still a net positive in a trade. St. Louis is extremely low. Right? Like I said, if the Georgia stays over the top, Georgia stays over the top here. St. Louis doesn't live. Pomeran gets chunked to high hell. Right? And it's GG. It's literally GG. Right? Now, some of you may be going, well, how do you know? Like I said, I'm trying to look at every single one of these games as if it's a clan battle situation and what you do. Why? Oh, yeah. No, that was a Zippo. It's definitely a Zippo. You know, communication is going to stop that. I live even longer. Right? I'll be quiet, Griefer. Now, considering we have way more active people, why am I playing only Moskva and treating this as Moskva? As if it was clan battles. One, I was told by somebody every position I asked the Moskva to go to, and I'm not going to put this on Drunk alone, but I was helping Drunk, right? Was told the position is unplayable. It's a bad spot. Guess what? I put myself in a bad spot. I still died, but we still won that corner, right? I'm not going to put people in positions, 1, 8, I haven't played, 2, I haven't done. Like, everybody and their uncle knows a Moskva goes to this island. All right, but I said, what if the entirety of the enemy team was over here and is committed? Moskva could reverse to here. Like, that's a viable option. Or you can be ballsy, move him up to here. All right, because he maintains radar control of D in case the DD comes back. All right, because you're going to keep a ship here, rotate it over here. Maybe the DD over here, but you can still keep a DD. Worst case, if they're still all committed here and it's the DD, all the Moskva has to do is reverse. Shoot it. Right? Or you can maybe get shots from somebody over here who reloads, comes up here, who now has shots. But a lot of these situations are, what is the other team doing? Oh, poor Sea Donkey. See, you didn't have the pleasure of playing climb battles with me when I was was helping Wookie. You can ask Pan how many times I'd light up a cigarette during a match. It would. I'd have 3 of them lit by the time the game ended. It was funny. Like they were almost thinking about doing a Zippo counter, and they're like, "Why? We'll lose count." I mean, you know what? I hope they learned something, and I did learn something from them. I need to be way, way, way more patient than I am. There are still a few things that are just going to absolutely set me off, but in my opinion, it's the things that should set everybody off. If you do not listen to the caller, you don't sugarcoat it. You don't play nicely. You've got to lose your shit and go ape shit on them. They need to be punished for not listening to the caller,
Ends in 5 minutes.
right? Because you know as well as I do, if they start doing their own thing, they screw up your overall game plan. Because the caller's looking at the overall game. What's going on? He's looking at everything. If somebody decides to start doing their own shit, that screws up what you are asking other people to do. Now, other people have to pick up for your mistake, right? Everybody makes mistakes, but if the caller makes a mistake, it's on the caller for you dying, right? If you're going to go into a situation where you know you're going to die and the caller says, just do it. Just do it. I know you're going to die. Just do it as best as you can. Do it slowly. You know, but if you just completely ignore it, do whatever you want, it's just, there's no room for that. Right? I don't care if you're just trying to have fun or not. You just cannot not listen to the caller. Not having dead flags, at this point, I'll give you 1 pass. After that, like, what? Why? See, that's where I needed to learn the patience, because my thing is I don't micromanage. I think you do a much better job micromanaging. I don't micromanage. Like, you guys are going to go here, you're going to go here. Play it as best you can, because I believe in you learn by failing, right? Right? Like, if you fail constantly at that, and they're like, I don't know how to play that. Okay, fine. Then it's time for me to better explain. Right? I can maybe micromanage one person, but I have to be in a BB. I can't be in a cruiser. Right? Because the cruisers I play, Moskva, Des Moines. Right? They're DPM machines, which means if I ain't shooting, I ain't doing my job. Granted, the radar or whatever, but I need to be paying attention for that a little bit more than trying to micromanage somebody. But in Battleship, I can micromanage because I've got all day to think about what to do. Can we please hurry up and win so I can play this fucking ship again? Now, while I'm playing the Moskva well-ish, I hate playing this ship. Like, I've played it too much in clan battles. The Des Moines the same way. The Petrov is the same way. Right? Like, when you're playing clan battles, you're going to be in pretty much the same ship the entire season. And you're going to learn to love it and hate it. You're going to get bored of playing it. You're going to hate playing it. But you're going to succeed in it, which means you're going to be winning more than losing, which is going to make you happy. I mean, you guys can ask Miss Patriot, right? Because I know she's here. We have come up with the elite strategy of I go to the give me cap alone in a battleship and I die slowly. Right? Like when we run into a comp that we don't have a good viable solution, that is our solution. And it works. And I would say 90% of the games, I live. Right? The reason I live is because I am usually in a 3v1 situation. I know it. But when I do kite away, I have one of 2 goals in my mind, depending on what's pushing me. I kite into my team if it's a DD. If it's a Schlieffen, I kite to the opposite side of the map and I make the guy chase me down. That does two things when you're kiting to die. I probably should just go look at somebody so you guys can at least see some horrific Montana gameplay. That does two things kiting to the opposite side of the map if you've got a battleship chasing you down. It doesn't matter which one, but it's usually going to be a Schlieffen. Exactly. He's taken out of the game. The longer you can survive, the further you can get, the longer he's out of the game and he's out of the fight. Which now means your ships are going to have an advantage. The other thing is that so many people don't do, load HE. Just burn him. Guaranteed damage. Especially if it's a secondary battleship, you're stripping him of his secondaries, which is why they brought the ship. Don't use the AP until you are guaranteed a broadside shot. That is going to come with time seeing how players play it. Right? It's also going to take in you paying attention to that guy. You've got to be aware of it and ready for it. And look, oh no, another Moskva. Right? We've won a game because of that. The one time I died, Schlieffen just chafing out. There's nothing you can do. Schlieffen's faster than you. Right? But one, he's not going to be able to torp you. And if he does torp you, he is showing enough side for you to just yeet him with AP. Right? If you know where to shoot with your AP, yeah, you could do some good damage. But the damage you're looking for in clan battles is a burst, sustained damage, kind of what you don't want to get into a fight with unless it's in your advantage, or damage over time, which is where HE comes into play. Like anybody paying attention to COTS knows that they shoot a lot of HE out of the battleships. Like that's why are you bringing St. Vincent's? Survivability, speed. HE smacks. AP is good, right? Oh no, we have to fight an evil patrol. Oh my, no, god damn it, that's AT. But I mean, you're 100% right again there, Sea Donkey. Your team has the advantage. They don't have to deal with the battleship. But like I said, the overall plan was I die alone, which my team inherently has the overall advantage because they're not going to send a Schlieffen alone. Oh, great, another carrier. This is usually Moskva Island. You could put one here or here, depending on where the spawns are, how many you're running. This is another one, but it's usually going to be here. Like, if you have a Des Moines, you could put a Des Moines there or there. Stali is not, that's not a good spot for Stali. You could put a Moskva there.
Standing by for instructions, over.
This is not going to be fun. Usually a Napoli can go out wide. Here, you would pair it up with another cruiser, and if you did, this is going to be the Butter Island to play. This one takes you out of the fight for here. Right? But if you are going to play this island, this is the butter side because it keeps anything from over here getting through onto you. But, yeah, I have to deal with a carrier. Oh, I've yelled at Miss Patriot, but I've done it in a nice fashion. Like, I can't believe that came out of my mouth. Right? Like, my issue with what happened last time is Leonard Napoli didn't use enough of his smoke. Miss Patriot gets too aggressive. Really, SAT? Well, luckily I had AP loaded, but he should be able to dodge that. Kitty, smoke up. Thank you. Right? Like, okay, Kitty, you really needed to be shooting there. There's a reason I wasted a radar for you. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to play here, protect... Well, I really can't protect my side too much, but I at least protect from torps. Oh, there's 5k in a fire. Hopefully we get this kill. Radar's down, so that's my last shot. And I missed. Try to get a DCP out on the battleship. Because he is pushing forward. SAT is going to kite in. I believe that is SAT. Right. But, I mean, look how close I'm sitting to this island. There aren't many spots for them to loop shells over. I'm relatively safe from any sort of torpedoes. Stop bullying me, SAT. I should probably just do this. He's sending torps into the air. I mean, even if he did, like, the elite strategy, just reverse an angle a bit. I don't know why our Iowa's Wing. There's a DD getting me spotted. Or it was Vermont? Now, I mean, it has been a hot minute since I've really played Moskva a lot, so I do forget about this horrendous slowdown. Hello, goaltender. Vermont looks like he will actually let one fire stand. Hopefully that gets on his ass end. Now, the question is, what is the Vermont going to do? Vermont looks like he's angling up. Oh, look, SAT's in a kiting position. What a shock. Right? I've got to angle to him. So I just reverse, turn behind this island. I know this may seem impossible to people, but guess what? It works. But see, I have to pay attention to the low sides of this island. Like, unfortunately, this is about where I can sit. Somebody should be able to loop shots over. Right? I do need the W forward while instead of fucking reversing still. Right? This is my mistake. Right? And this is mistakes people will make. Like, just Vermont, for whatever reason, is just Wing. I wonder if my AP will do anything. Well, now it will. See, I'm still maintaining an angle to the Vermont. Right. All up into the superstructure. That's exactly where you aim. God damn it, he destroyed number 2 turret. I hit this button because it's been a while since Yamagiri torps, right? Now, I really don't want to waste the repair on the turret. I might as well get some sort of healing. Alright, now 2 people were looking at me. There's the Vermont shells. Okay, there's Fletcher. Right? Hopefully Sevastopol can do something about it. SAT is going to be smart enough to punish my side. Alright, so I need to angle closer back into this island. I don't understand why you're all afraid. Here comes SAT shots. Yamagiri. Now I'm not spotted. Hydro picked those things up. It's been a while. Well, look, SAT shots. 1-2 shots. Like, I mean, that comes with time. I mean, SAT knows his Vermont is dead. Right? It's just a matter of time. While he's kiting away, trying to help out his Vermont. Like, I cannot make this push till the Vermont is dead. The Monty wants to go die. Vermont should have all of his guns looking that way, which is why I cannot go. Really, Yamagiri? Did you really think I was just going to sit there? I have to maintain this position while this Vermont reverses. Right? This is the pain that people cannot handle in a clan battle situation. The Monty is pushing him back up into me. You need to be patient and wait. I probably should be healing during this time. No, I can't. He's not far enough back. I can't even see what side his guns are looking at. Oh, look, more torps. The Vermont knows I'm here. Right? The Vermont's playing that extremely well. There's a Pomeran coming up from behind us. Maybe he comes out broadside enough. No, I should just aim for guaranteed damage. They're going for the ram. Oh, they're one for the drive. They got the ram off. Now the question is, do we go help with this Pomeran? Or do we push SAT away? Right, there's still plenty of DDs here. I don't know where SAT's at. We're going to do an information radar. Right, there's SAT who's out of this fight because I'm utilizing island cover. All I need to do is just keep Wing forward while utilizing this island. Hit the Yagumo because he's coming in. Right? He's also... he was also the only one I was going to be able to hit as my radar goes down. SAT's turned around, which means now it's my turn to start kiting. Considering he's in a Petrov, I'm just going to kite my ass around. Don't ask. No, I need to turn this way, dumbass. Oh, see, luckily SAT was coming up this way, which means that island covered me for a little bit so I can make my gamer turn in front of him.
Torpedoes to starboard.
And there's still a DD out here. The other Yamaguri? Or the Yamaguri never left. Right? No, bad SAT. But see, he had AP loaded in anticipation of me showing broadside. I had HG loaded in anticipation of Bowen. Now, he has the gun advantage because he's able to use two guns. He also has some asshole and goddamn smoke with secondaries. I'm dark. I'm radared. Bully. Only one person targeting me was coming from there. SAT can't shoot because of that island. He's probably still targeting me. Now he's loaded the HE because he knows that's going to give him better value. Now this turns into a wiggle game. Right? I've got to use all of my guns to maximize my damage, but I need to protect my broadside, and I'm constantly looking over there for shots. That is how you bait them into shooting AP. Right? The overall goal is to bait them into wasting their time with AP. I need to repair that.
Critically damaged.
He knows it. There's no point for me to hydro. The guy doesn't have torps, right? SAT shot. I really wish Schlieffen was... Well, I mean... At this point, I just have to delay this as long as possible. You want to shoot Gumo? I'll take care of you. You're actually the bigger threat. Opizov is going to come into effect. I can't hit you. Get some damage done to Petro. Opizov came into effect. Fortunately, my heal is on a cooldown. Now, SAT has to know I'm running him. Right? I'm not able to get all of my guns to bear on this guy because I'm kiting. But look how far I'm kiting him out of the map. Right? I'm barely surviving. I have a stupid DD kiting me. Now that's a miss. Like, all you can do is wiggle and hope for no fires. And you kind of want to change when he's shooting. No, I turned the wrong way. That's my fault. That's all my fault. But, I mean, now they've got a turn to come back. Daguma was taking the correct course. Right, their Yamigar is low. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do much to them. Ostergotland should win this fight. Oh, you got a Yamagari in front of you. You're dead. Yamato. Yamagari lost the fight. Now it's up to the Schlieffen to actually take the fight to the Fletcher. Like, yeah, I know it was you, jerk. Bully. Well played to you, good sir. But see, SAT did everything right, right? He punished me for my mistakes. I wiggled a little bit too much. He had DAP. I was forced to use stuff a little bit earlier. But I still kited him fairly well in a precarious situation. Right? I used islands to make the turn correctly so I wasn't punished by SAT, right? SAT anticipated me to be broadside, right, when he was coming out from that island. So he had AP and loaded for anticipation. That is not a bad decision or call, because you just should have switched to HE. Right? But if you have HE loaded and he's broadside, you could have punished it. You kind of screwed. Right? I had HE loaded, anticipating SAT would be what? Bow into me. He's not going to want to give me broadside. Right? He knows Moskva AP can hurt. The problem is I wasn't able to do as much damage to SAT because he had 2 turrets to my 1. Right? I was realistically only able to use my rear turrets. I only got the fronts off a couple of times. Now, the Schlieffen has to hold B. Right? The Yamaguri has to just grow a set of balls and kill their Yamaguri. How the hell are you? Why are you spotted? The Yaguma was out spotting you? Did you shoot? Oh, the Yamaguri? Oh, I forgot. See, shoot the stupid other Yamaguri. No, SAT's being a bully and radioing our poor DD. Our DD's dead. Right, he needs to go dark here. Our Embleman needs to kill the Fletcher. Ignore the Austin. Force the Fletcher forward. Now, the one advantage Petro has over Moskva... Wait, does Petro get Hydro? Yeah, I guess Hydro. He gets Hydro. I believe Stalingrad does not. So there's the advantage between those ships, as you just sailed into all those torps and died. I don't know how he did not anticipate torps. Like, the Fletcher just literally sitting there has forced our Schlieffen out of this fight because he needed to defend to kill this Fletcher. Right, the Gumo is going to come along the side here and kill him. right? And why do you say that? If the Embleman kills the Fletcher, the Schlieffen can get in a better position to run away. He knows the Gumo's coming. Right? Luckily, this guy's full secondary, so they're going to town on the DD. The Embleman needs to either A, get something extremely low, well played to the Schlieffen, get something low, or get the Yamaguri dead. Yamaguri is one hit. Gotta get the Yamaguri dead. Let the Yamato and Schlieffen kill the Petrov. Right? They're going to be able to gang up on 2 cruisers or 2 battleships. The Petrov is low. You need to find the DD and kill the DD. Especially sitting right here. Well, I mean, I lost my shit in the nicest possible way, but the SAT cannot win this fight. It's versus a Schlieffen and a Yamato. Right? Schlieffen's secondaries are just going to tear him up. And the carrier's involved. The Schlieffen should have had his guns realistically pointed at Austin. Because the secondaries, along with the carrier and the Yamato, finish off Petrov. You have your guns on Austin, so you can shoot your Austin. Ooh, SAT lost his front guns. Now the low health DD that should have been dead is behind you, or in front of you, getting your cap. The carrier should have looked for this way sooner. What is the Austin going to do against the Schlieffen? He already hit his funny button. Schlieffen's dropping torps. Showing broadside? Is that how it's done? Right? Okay. Schlieffen missed with his torps, but it forced the Austin away. Holy crap, we're going to run out of time, but Schlieffen should get a double strike here. Right? The DD dies, they can focus on the 2 cruisers. That's the advantage of the carrier. Where did I place? Woo, not the last. Suck it, Sherman. It doesn't matter where you place on the scoreboard, as long as your freaking team wins. You did something to help your team win. How is that a bad thing? Let's see, what do we got? This is the guy that worries me because he's just going to sling HE. It's going to take forever. It's going to take forever to burn those guys down. This, I think, was a viable Moskva spot. It sort of is, depending on the comp. Most Moskva spots play here. But where I'm positioned, I'm going to try to utilize that island directly in front of me.
Standing by for instructions, over.
What cooking measuring? Oh, Jesus. Only 6. Jesus, you're missing your cue. Usually it's 12. Now the reason this used to be, okay, with one phrase that's pretty good. Usually, this used to be a spot is because everybody dies this island, and you can see where my radar is. If you're not sending a DD to go cap there, right? This island is tricky. You have to be exactly parallel with it because it can loop over this. You can get your nose out just enough. Right? Usually you want to lock him in that position to where you can either put your DD in there, and I failed to get into the spot. Something's out wide. Probably a cruiser. Yeah, see, Yamato can easily leap over. This is what I mean by this island. You gotta be careful, because even in clan battles, they will be looking for that cross shooting. Yamato clearly has a hard on for me already. Jesus Christ. Yamato's gonna shoot me again. Yes, let's ignore the other battleships. At this point, I don't want to lose. I don't want to give my team a loss because I'm trying to force into something. But let's play this as if they're all going to push through. Hey, if they're going to do that, you've got to get the hell out of here. The DD's out over here somewhere. Like, you idiots have to be aware of this. Now, I probably shot when I shouldn't have. Time to make a game return in front of everybody who was already wanting to shoot me. Reason I'm changing targets to him is because our Frederick the Grocer is shooting him, Benson's torping him, i.e. this is called focus fire, which is what you want to do. I'm paying attention to over there because that's where the cross shooting was taking place from. Our Benson didn't kill him. We've got to see. Well, there's one fucking dead DD. Our DeGrosso's just pushing into his death, and he's not giving us any sort of advantage. Right? The Marlboro needs to die in order for me to even remotely push up into that. Brandenburg lives. Oh, look, DD Torps from over there. If only somebody would have called that out like 2 minutes ago. Our Brandenburg's dead. The Grocer's dead. The other flank hopefully wins this. You are rotating over. There's Kronstadt. Did we see what DD that was? No, because the DD didn't get the kill. We're going to turn back, see if we can bully this DD. Okay, so the Gering Holland, so it's the Aki. Right? The hell? RPF's still on him.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Yes, I just stopped in front of 2 torps. Fantastic. Fucking Holland. Holland is rotated to over here. So now there's 2 DDs to deal with. Aki's decided to open up. Right, there's an island. Somebody needs to shoot the Holland. We need to push this Aki. Pushing Holland. I'm just going to get to the island and turn back around. I'm dark. I'm not going to shoot because if I shoot, I'm spotted making this maneuver. Getting into position is much safer. Where's the Kronstadt? Alright. Now, those guys shouldn't be able to hit me. Salem.
Enemy team has taken the lead.
Where the Salem's in the fucking man. Are you really trying to blind fire me? Like, do you not understand? All I gotta do is W forward. We really need those guys on A to do something because everyone else is dead. I can't hit the goddamn Napoli. Oh, now I can. Maybe the Marlboro comes out broadside in front of me. Really would love to do some significant damage to him. Yeah. Fuck you, Holland. Oh, look. I didn't even need to waste my stupid hydro. Nobody's in a position to see the Akazuki. What the fuck is... Yeah, nobody's in a position to help me, so this is what we call... We're just going to move on. Yeah, just end it, Haas. These guys kited. I overstayed my welcome. That is a mistake on me. Not realizing I should have just left. Right, but, you know... Kurfürst just... Or Frederick de Gross just fucking YOLO'd for whatever reason. Benson YOLO'd for whatever reason. Right? Like, what can you do? These guys are taking their sweet-ass fucking time. You know, it's a YY versus a Gearing. Like, losing him literally cost us this fucking side. But, I mean, what can you do? I mean, they all rotated. Our team just said, no, I'm not going to do anything helpful. So at this point, I'm going to do one more and I'm going to play it as a kiting Moskva. I'm not going to do bow-in. Most of the time, bow-in positions, at least for randoms, is a death sentence. It's a guaranteed fact. How long am I going? Oh, Jesus, almost 2 hours. But we're just going to do one as a kiting Moskva. Most people don't value the kiting ability of a Moskva. A simple rule that I go by is if you can fire turret number 1 and turret number 2, your angle just enough to where most things aren't going to sit you. Moskva stuff. Cleveland, my white black girl. Hornet. Drunk making new friends again. Let's see. This will be a somewhat even fight. Where am I at? Alright, since I'm going to play a kiter, I'm going out to 789. This is a good viable spot. If you're taking your Moskva in clan battles, you need to take an aggressive approach to here to radar anything that could potentially go in there. That call will be made based on, obviously, ship lineup. Right? If you see two clubs... If you see a club error, you may do it just to confirm it. But what you're looking for is to punish him coming out here or here. You know, this is a good Petro spot. The battleship usually is going to play down here. Your DD is going to play here-ish. Like, never getting near that E line. You're just going to play inside these squares. Get my turn on already for goddamn tour planes. He's going to come after me because I'm full committed to this turn. Right? This does something. He's going to have to come after me. I've already got my turn off enough to where hopefully I can make this and take minimum damage. Probably not. Probably going to eat a lot. Stop my engines. Because he dropped way too close. Right? I minimized one torpedo. He still didn't do significant damage. You're too fast, but take the chance. Thanks, battleship. Love ya. Alright. Now that we are safely behind our battleships, what do they have? Groningen should win. It looked like the black was delayed. Groningen comes in here, goes in through here, kills the YY. Lo Yang can take out the YY. You know, you got a Des Moines. Granted, there's a Cleveland there. Cleveland's probably up here, which means he's not in a fight. Des Moines at least can radar him. Right? Why, the Lo Yang should win that fight. Especially now with the reload. Shoot the black. Wildly miss. That's what I do. Also show broadside to another Moskva. That's a good idea. It changes the playstyle for your DDs more than anyone else. These guys are too aggressive. I count 1, 2, 3, 4 ships. It's 3. Granted, you have your DDs in here. The black's coming over, right? There's no reason for the black to come in through here. There's no bus for him to get, so he comes over up the top. Right? Sadly, kiting is turning into a push because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships, one being a carrier. Carrier just doesn't get DPM. Right? And what I mean by that is it takes so long for the planes to relocate. Why are we getting back? Like, we need to kill these guys. Their Cleveland's dead. It looks like this group just wants to huddle in that corner. Oh, there's the... Wow. Okay, the black surprised me. Alright. We could just slow down and do our fancy turn. Alright, I have 10 seconds. He's spotting me. He's behind an island. Ooh, okay, so Nami... Oh, Turpits? Good to the Turpits. Crap, I'm still... I'm not spotted. Yeah, it's horrible, puppy. Deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with it, puppy. Now, this gives the Turpits an opportunity to actually connect with my Citadel. Luckily, homing shell didn't connect. This guy was not prepared for me. Shame on him. See, this is why I'm running party target, right? Who's looking at me? Not that guy. He's still maneuvering, which means I can get all my guns to bear on him still. Which means there's probably the Turpits across the map, because Sevastopol is dead. See, he just shot. So now we can just do a gamer turn back into him. Farm him down. Like, the enemy team just lost the corner. Lost this flank.
Our victory is in sight.
I don't have a spotter plane. Puppy is horrible. Deal with it. See, Donkey probably says hello too and is laughing his ass off. Now, clan battle situation, you want to approach from up here, something approach from here. Your DD spots from up here if he's still alive. If he's not, your battleship approaches from here while your cruiser approaches from up here. This guy's in a these guys are in a crossfire. Yes, I know, puppy. Please, for the love of Christ. Hornet's dead. The second he gets spotted, he's just dead. Like one, like the Musashi's already been just. Oh, Jesus, the carrier didn't even die. It was so fast. Thank you, Mr. Trek. All right. Like I said, that was the last one because you can see the dog is quite upset. Wasn't going to stream very long. Right? But you see me play some shitty positions. You see me sacrifice myself, even though some of the team still lost. You see me kite, right? Explain situations to where if this was clan battles, what you do. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to do it. Right? Like, my resume, for y'all know, and I'm not trying to blame, I have been part of hurricane teams. I've been there. Been to the promised land, guys. I've been to the promised land several times. Right? I took what is arguably a bunch of bad players and got them to Typhoon, running non-meta ships. Right? I put them in ships they were comfortable with. That's one thing you've got to think about. You've got to be comfortable in the ships to be successful, whether it's meta or not. You work around your players and the ships. If you're playing a Moskva, I can tell you exactly how to play it. I know exactly how to play a Moskva. Right? I know how to play a battleship in clan battles. So my weakness is destroyers, and I want to get better at destroyers. Right? Which is why I play a lot of DDs not streaming, because I'm making colossal brain dead mistakes. But with that being said, we are just going to... Who is still on that we can raid? I know. We're going to go raid him, because it's been a long time since I was able to do this. As the dog finally went outside. Oh, Jesus! Wait, was that a follow? Oh, Spark, thank you for the follow. I thought it was pant writing me, or it was going to be like, grrr. Alright, as soon as that thing says, whatever, everybody's ready, we're just going to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, Miss Patriot. And overall, I hope everybody did learn something, at least from the perspective of how to play something in clan battles. My thought process for clan battles. What I do, positionings. Like, I mean, I could do this again if I wanted to, but I'm more inclined not to. Especially with a battleship. I will only do Moskva because I do not play Des Moines in randoms. And with that, guys, thank you for all the new follows. And I hope everybody has a great day.